testing, and I've got my glasses on. I have to, I think I have to spotlight you. How do I spotlight you if you're the only person there? I think, is that how it works? Gallery view. Oh, that's both of us. Do you see both of us?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's just do both of us like this.
Okay.
I can spotlight you. No, you know what? They don't need to see me. They need to see you. So how do I spotlight you? Oops, nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay, pin video. I'm going to pin you. Boom, I pinned you. Okay, you're pinned.
All right.
You are pinned and you're recording. You're on. Okay, we are, this is take one, June 5th, the year of our Lord 2020, 8:10 p.m. Dr. Nyssa Swanson, Building a Better World winner from 2010. Okay, what do you got? What are your thoughts about these things?
Well, how do you want to discuss it? Do you want to go by person?
I want to do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
So I read them in order of how you had them clipped in the email.
Okay.
So the first one I read was Hannah's.
Hannah Moria. Okay. What are your
I don't know any of these girls. I only know their essay. If that's
good.
Helpful.
They're all A students. They're all going to college. They're all high achievers. As far as I know, none of them do drugs. So yeah.
Awesome. Excellent.
So there you go. Okay. What are your thoughts on Hannah's?
So she's not, there are two people that I initially picked out and I'm like, oh yes, these are winners. And she wasn't one of them initially.
Okay.
I think that her essay demonstrates the need for a scholarship.
Yes.
Mentioning that she was underprivileged. And so I like that, obviously. I think that it's passionate and that it's well written. And overall, it's a good essay. The things that I don't like about it is it's kind of muddy about what she thinks she's going to do in the future. And I don't think she knows yet, but it's a little muddy. Like she doesn't have it narrowed down at all yet, which is fine.
And she doesn't. Knowing her, she doesn't.
And then she has a lot of your sayings in her essay.
Isn't that wonderful?
It sounds like you wrote this, and I don't like that because it's like she knows that you're going to be part of the picking.
That might be true.
She's like fishing for you almost.
Well, that might be true.
I think that if she didn't put those in there, it would just be a little more genuine. That's all.
Okay.
But it's not a bad essay.
What would did you rank these? Did you give them 1 to 5 or did you not do it that way? I mean, because you don't have to do it that way.
Okay, so Macy wrote 2 essays.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of grouped them together.
Okay. Because I
didn't think it would be fair for her to win 2S2.
No. Even though did you like her essays?
They were both awesome.
They were both awesome. I agree.
Yes. Yep. Yes. But I didn't think it would be fair for her to win 2. So she's my number 1 pick. Okay. That's good to know. And then Hannah and Serenity are kind of like fighting for 3rd for me.
Okay. For 3rd. Oh, you mean you would say if you rated out the essays, you would do Macy 1, Macy 2. No,
I would do Macy and then I would do Bree.
Oh, you would do Bree and then it's either Hannah or Serenity for the
right.
Okay, cool. That's good. Now that's something that people can grab onto. Okay, next.
Okay, so speaking of Macy, both of her essays were so good.
They were great.
I think that they are solid. I didn't really have anything negative to say about it. There was maybe like 1 spelling error in one of them, but they were so good. I liked the travel one more than I liked the community involvement one, but they were both great.
Yep.
I think without a doubt, she should be one of the winners.
Okay.
She has a solid plan for what she wants to do with the money for travel. She has a solid plan for college. I like that she brought up the gender equality in sports. I like that she conveys passion, and like it makes me excited for her and her sister. Like her essay was really good.
Yep.
And I like that she's honest about her privileges that she's had in life. She doesn't dance around it, like she understands that. And her specific examples of how she's volunteered and her plans for the future. I just think it's all really good.
Cool. And both, or are you talking about the travel first?
They're both good.
They're both good, yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is just my opinion. I thought her essays were great. I did. And I thought that travel one was
That's my
freaking
favorite.
dynamite. That was
Yeah.
the best of all the essays, was Macy's travel one. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it's what I think it is, and I think it's working with the kids in the township, her mouth, her jaw is gonna drop. I mean, the townships in Cape Town are brutal. They're just brutal. And one thing I liked about that essay is in the midst of all of it, she wants to help these girls, but then she did mention boys. She didn't. And I thought that was I liked that. Yep. Yeah. I'm with you totally on those two essays. Now we did this once with Ivy Lewis. We let the individual choose. Now, did you think that one was much better than the other, or would you be up for letting the individual choose which one she wants? Because I gotta believe everybody's gonna like these essays.
Right. I if you want to leave it up to her, then more power to you. I like the travel one the best, but they were both good essays.
Okay.
If the travel essay didn't exist, then her community involvement would be my number one.
So she's 1-2 for you, really.
Yeah.
If you were going to give out two essays to the two best, if you're going to give out mine to the two best essays, they would both be hers.
Yes.
Okay. I agree. Okay. Who's this next here?
Serenity.
Okay.
So she is also kind of vying for that third place for me, if we count Macy as both essays as one person.
Okay.
I think that it's well written. However, like the first half of it feels like she's just lecturing us about what global awareness is, and it's not real personable. And I think that I like that she adds that she'd like to be a nurse, but I just wish there was a little more depth to that, not just being a nurse, but like, what about being a nurse? Where do you want to be a nurse? And then it just feels like it took a while to get there. And then she just started to scratch the surface of like showing like her personality. And then the essay was over.
She is, just so that you know, she is so serious. I mean,
I can tell.
I know. She is so serious, and it comes through in the writing. You're right; it's very serious. I agree. And so do you have any preference between her and Hannah, or is that straight
for
eating?
Different reasons. I think that Serenity's is very well written. Maybe a little more sophisticated in the writing than Hannah's, but I like that Hannah's kind of shows who she is a lot more, and I like the fact that she brings up that she's underprivileged, and I think that obviously I have a soft spot for that. So
obviously you have a soft spot. That's just fine, Nyssa. You can have a soft spot.
That's my bias. So
you can have a soft spot. She did, by the way. Hannah got a nice package from Aquinas.
Yeah.
It's decent. Yeah. It's really decent. But you know what happened? She had the MGO Blue scholarship, and we had a horrible college advisor this year, and he dropped the ball and she lost the scholarship.
Oh, geez.
So, but I think she'll be fine at Aquinas. She'll be good. Yeah. Just get the hell out of Oak Ridge.
Right.
Okay. Now, Brianna Pasteur.
Okay. So she was number 2 for me.
Okay.
I think that her introduction was really captivating.
Remind me what it is. Remind me what the
Okay, I'm trying to get to it right now.
Okay.
Where is this her Brie? Okay, so it's talking about living in a bubble and not knowing your comfort zone, and then unable to see lives outside of that comfort zone. And I just really liked it. She talks about understanding the privileges of being born in a first world country, and she talks about proper technology and human capital, and things that others aren't fortunate to receive. And so I just really like that, because she didn't start it with like a quote or
Yeah, God,
a
I agree.
dictionary definition.
Fuck, I hate that. I hate the dictionary definition and I hate the quote. Sometimes I
So,
think that the quotes are, it could be Adolf freaking Hitler and you would still put the quote up there. Yeah, I agree.
so I really liked that. And then I liked the specific examples of personal global awareness, talking about the pandemic, and then talking about third world countries.
Yep.
Like, they were specific examples, and I liked that.
A couple of them talked about the pandemic.
Yeah.
They did. A couple did. I don't know who the other person was, but I know Bree did talk about it.
Yes. And then I like that her college plan is solid and makes sense. So she knows what she wants to do, which is helpful, but she seems like she's pretty much knows step by step how she's going to attack that plan. And I liked that. And it's just a well-rounded essay. I think it starts good, the middle is good, and it ends good.
Cool.
It flows nicely. So
you've got a big break in between. You got Macy, then you got a big break for Bree, and then you got a big break between the two side by side.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
That's fair. That's fair. You ought to see what this is like when we have 12 essays.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
It's actually kind of fun. You know what we do? We all sit in this, we go to my room, and we've had 12 people in there before. We sit in a circle. We have copies of them, and we all say, throw in the ones that are lousy. And so the floor is covered with lousy essays. And then we get down and we start. It's fun. You got to do it sometime. It really, really is. It is a good time. This one, the end of the school year is such a mess that so many people checked out that I'm happy we're going to end up with 3 good essays. And
yes.
And there was somebody that said to me, should we do all 4 and give everybody something? I tend to say no on that. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Do they know how many people put in an essay?
Not at all.
Because if they don't, I was thinking that too, because I was like, well, you could, if you raised enough money, you could, but.
Well, we're going to have trouble raising money.
I know.
We're at, right now at this moment, we're at $4,000, which is pretty good. I mean, we're at 4,000, which isn't too shabby in this environment. And we have money that we can pull over, and we were going to shoot for 6 and give.
Did
3.
you just start fundraising or no?
Yeah, but I don't feel comfortable going to small businesses. Number one, I don't even know what to. I mean, I feel like I should go in and put my head between my tail. I don't even know how to ask. I'm just starting to fundraise, but we won't get the kind of money that we've gotten in the past 2 years. But the past 2 years, what we've done is we've gotten a ton of money after we reached our goal, so we have money left over. But I certainly don't want to give anybody less than $2,000.
Yeah.
No, because if you're traveling, number one, you got to have at least $2,000, especially if you're going to South Africa, because the ticket alone is going to be freaking crazy expensive.
Yeah.
I want her to do that. I think that trip is just. She has nailed it on that one. And then
if they don't know how many essays are in, then it wouldn't matter either way if only one was left out, because they wouldn't know if they were the only one.
And they don't. They have no idea. So yeah. And so, given the option, you would.
I don't know.
Okay, that's all right.
You'll have to talk it over with the others.
Okay.
I would be okay with either way. I think Serenity's and Hannah's are close to the same caliber of essay. So it'd almost be like, oh, well, why would you give one and not the other?
Well, it will be interesting. In this whole process is interesting, because when you read them, you think, well, everybody's going to think this way. And then you go in and you're like in a whole different planet. than somebody else. And
Yeah.
so that's why I like this. And so we'll find out. I do believe that Macy's too are far and away the best as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I will be surprised if other people don't believe the same. She covered all her bases. She wrote with passion, but she didn't belabor it. She's a decent writer.
Yeah. It was to the point. She got everything in, and it was good stuff.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It was good stuff. And I'll tell you, I've been to Cape Town. That
Yeah.
trip would be crazy. And in 2 weeks, working in a physical fitness environment with underprivileged kids from those frickin' townships. They would be from those townships, and those
Yeah.
townships. Oh my God, those are brutal. I think that I think that would be a life changer. So I kind of don't want to say, Macy, you get a choice. I want to say, Macy, you
Go.
win. Yeah, go to friggin' South Africa.
Right. I think she would go no matter what, if she won this or not. But yeah, I think that I agree. I'm like excited for her reading the essay. Like I want to know how it goes.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. And you know, McKenna was a traveler, and McKenna's her sister, and McKenna went to Tanzania, and that changed McKenna's entire existence. So who was it? Somebody said, I think it was Mr. Green said, I'm sure McKenna was hanging over her shoulder when she wrote this essay. And I'm sure she was too. So,
yeah.
But it's good. It's good. I got to do a little 3-minute video on the winners. They're going to do a online Facebook Live, or not Facebook Live, just a Facebook thing, a movie on the scholarship winners. So
Nice.
we'll get $2,000. We will give 3 winners $2,000, and that's good. So maybe we won't go all 5 or all 4. I don't like that idea.
Yeah.
Yay! Is that good?
It was good.
Can I? Okay, let me do this. I want to stop recording. Anything else to say? Any final thoughts to the other people that are in our group?
No. Good luck.
Okay. Let me do this. Then you better donate. Okay, let's see. You probably already have.